Hi, Charlie. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and we are really happy to talk about our partnership, Beko and Riot Games partnership, here with you guys.
Yeah, what an unexpected partnership,
Yeah.
I have to say. I was not expecting it. I've been working in sponsorship for a few years and in eSports for about 18 months now. But I think this partnership between League of Legends and a kitchen apparel brand was not the one that everybody was looking for, you know?
Yeah.
So I think today we want to share with you a bit more about the marketing thought behind it. And I will start by talking about the personal way we get introduced to each other. So the leadership team from ARÇELİK was in Berlin for something called ESI, which is an amazing big fair for consumer electronics.
Yeah, a year ago, just a year ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And someone from Riot introduced me to you guys,
Yeah.
and say ARÇELİK is interested. He was not really able to articulate why. It was on a Saturday night, which I usually try not to work, but we have a show, so we decided to come together to attend the show. And it was actually the actual global leadership team from ARÇELİK, which was there, I think, just to discover this kind of new world. Where are you?
Yeah. Actually, so as brand Beko, we've been for years, like 25 years in sports, but not in eSports. So it was actually quite interesting for us, you know, this industry growing exponentially. So we said there is something in there and we need to explore that. And we're at IFA, and then we said, okay, there's a good opportunity because there were semifinals, and it's a good opportunity to go and see by our own eyes, you know, what's happening there and how we can create a great collaboration with Riot Games.
It was the time where we're like interviewing team owners and meeting with investors who wants to get into our league. We were in the middle of like this transition from open to closed league, and someone told me they come because they want to have a team. I was like, okay. And then all the questions were all the time about how do they prepare? Are they healthy? There's a bad reputation for players. Are they really healthy? And I was like, come. So we went backstage, introduced to some coach and some players, and said, look, they all look athletes because they are. And they really train a lot. There's a gap in perception. I would love someone to tell the story. And I think a few months later, I discovered that actually behind the word ARÇELİK was Beko, which I knew from the Barcelona partnership already. And we introduced you to this new partnership.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just ask the team if they could put the right deck on the screen.
Yeah.
All right.
Now?
They say...
Does it work?
Not today. Okay, that's great.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not working. Anyway, maybe I need to jump in to talk about
what is
our
ARÇELİK,
company,
who is Beko,
and who is Beko.
What the hell are you doing here?
Yes, and what are we doing as a home appliance brand with eSports? You know, there is no direct link or correlation how this brand can be besides being on the screen as a logo. You know, you pay millions, you can pay millions, right, to be on the screen because it's quite valuable. But how can we be really authentic or create a genuine link between a home appliance brand and Riot Games audience? So let me start with ARÇELİK. Who is ARÇELİK? So ARÇELİK is our mother company. Actually, Beko is a part of one of 12 brands within the company. Our headquarters is in Istanbul. We have 35 offices around the globe, and we have one in London as Beko PLC. We have 23 production facilities. We have R&D centers. We have 30,000 employees around the world. So we are a worldwide company, a worldwide home appliance brand, actually.
It's already like eSports.
And we like eSports, yes. It's intriguing.
It's bigger than you think.
Yes, exactly. It's much bigger than we think. And we discovered that while we were talking with Alban, how huge it was. So what is Beko? As you can see, is the global brand actually of ARÇELİK. ARÇELİK has many local brands, so Beko is the global one. It's sold more than 140 countries and #1 brand in Europe, actually. You may not know this, but in freestanding products, Beko is the #1 brand. And our sales figure sums up around to 3 billion euros. So, enough about numbers, enough about the companies. Let's talk about the purpose of the brand. As Beko, we believe that brands can create impacts, can change society, can trigger changes in societies and communities. And what we say is we would like to empower new generation to live healthier. This is our purpose. We put at the heart of everything we do. So, and to do that, we figured out we need some partners, some endorsers, some great partners with whom we can lead this great purpose, and then in different branches, in different leagues. So all around the world, we have actually joined forces with famous athletes to inspire new generation to live healthier. So who are those partners in crime that we have? So actually, this actually purpose was driven by a very true insight. Parents would know that, the insight about children who don't want to eat healthily. So we know that children actually inspire today athletes, and they do whatever they do whatever their heroes do. And they even listen more than their heroes, they do listen to their parents. So this insight was really, really important. And then we come across with a really big number, about 40 million obese children around the world. There are really a great severe obesity problem rising across countries. And if the trend goes like that, by 2020, it will hit 70 million children. Who said that? UNICEF. UNICEF approached us and said, you know what? You have an Eat Like a Pro campaign, and actually, there's a serious problem around the world about childhood obesity. Would you like to join forces with us, to make a difference, to create an impact? We said yes. So we joined forces with UNICEF. About a year ago, we raised an awareness campaign around the world, and what we wanted people to do was to hashtag Eat Like a Pro and put their photo while eating healthily. And on behalf of everyone, we donated €1. We donated €1 million to UNICEF to create an impact and to change actually the eating habit of children around the world. So who else we have as partners? We have, as you will know, FC Barcelona. So it's one of the best team in Europe, football team in Europe. Fenerbahçe is one of the best team in basketball. And Riot Games, last but not least, one of the lead in eSports arena. So we are quite proud about our partners in crime to land our purpose together around the world. So about our perception of eSports. So when Alban made an introduction, and we have a basketball team, we have a football team, we have UNICEF and eSports. We didn't know how all those athletes were living there, how well they were eating, do they care about themselves? So actually we discovered that those pro gamers are like athletes, like every pro athlete. They follow a special diet, they need to care about themselves, they need to care about their physical exercises to perform at their best. So actually, they were the heroes of many people, of many gamers, of the audience of eSports, of lovers of eSports. So we found a great hook in there, and we said, okay, we're gonna create a difference. We want gamers to eat healthily. Then we want them to take these athletes as role model and eat healthily, drink healthily, and live healthily.
Of course, for us, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, find a partner that has a true platform that will help break the stereotypes about the gamers and also showcase the best of what we all pro athletes could bring to their community. It was like truly a great match for us.
Yeah, I think so too. So what we said was, to play like a pro, you need to eat like a pro. You need to be at your best. How you can be at your best? If you eat really well. So what will be our victory? How we actually define success? For us, success, it will be to inspire people to eat healthily through our philosophy and actually enable them to do so through our product range. So how did we bring this partnership to life? We have a small video actually putting that and explaining that very well, so I will let you watch it. So we didn't want to do anything straightforward, like, it should have been something revolutionary. We couldn't intrigue the audience of, eSports, the community, with really straightforward marketing, putting our refrigerators or washing machine in an ad, having those pro gamers in the advertising. It wouldn't be genuine, it wouldn't be real, it wouldn't really make a difference or create any credibility. So how do we create credibility? We care about this audience, we care about the people who are watching eSports, and we care about the gamers as well. So what did we do is we wanted to create an authentic link in our advertisement, in our activation, in our everything. So we brought the three main elements of League of Legends into Beko's life. What is that? Draven, this is the cosplayer, is one of the most famous one. He has really tremendous followers, and he's a really good one, strong one. Actually, it's the strongest one, right? Is it?
No, there's no strongest one.
Really? There is no strongest one. Okay.
It's
it
popular.
was the best fit
very
for
popular.
Beko. It was the best fit for Beko. We just dig in, should it be a woman, should it be a man? Without discrimination, we have put, not all, but you have shown us, a bunch of cosplayers, and we fell in love with Draven. He was really cool. And then we said, okay, he's going to create a great difference in our advertising, so thank you for that. So he allowed us to have Draven in our campaign. Hextouch, I cannot really pronounce it. It's really tricky one. This one is a treasure. So we said it's a very important element, and we need to use it somehow in our activation, in digital, whatever it is, but we need to have that. And the potion makes people healthier, stronger, right? Am I wrong? No.
More mana, more potion.
Yeah, see? And then we said, okay, there's something in there, very juicy, which we can use into real life, because it makes, all the cosplayers, or how do you call it in the...
Champion.
Yes, champions. All the champions healthier in the game. So we can make it healthier.
So now listen, you got a very motivated client who has a very driven purpose that tells you that I need the potion. It's like, we don't have potion. We have like a 2D picture that the champions in the game consume. We never did something in 3D with it. No, we need the map, we need the file. We don't have it. So Beko created the first ever 3D render of the potion, and then have been sent back to the designer of the game to approve it.
Yeah, now they can use it for themselves as well. Anyway,
thank you.
So we have the potion, and we made the recipes as well. I'm going to come to that, because there were really great excitement when we put this potion in the advertising. So I'm not going to prolong the conversation, and I'm going to come to right away to the video that we have created together. Yes, with Riot Games.
This is my creed. The boots that make me faster. The items that make me stronger. The potions that I drink. I get the best to be more powerful, so my champion rises to the top. But all this leveling up means nothing if I don't level up myself. It's the healthy potions I drink in real life that make me stronger. Because you can only rule the game when you realize you are your most important champion. To play like a pro, eat like a pro.
So this is our video where we want to explain how we want to create this difference, or how we want people to carry on eating and drinking healthily. We want them to elevate themselves so they can be at their best while playing the games. And the pro gamers, but the good news is the pro gamers liked it. I think they really liked right?
Yeah, no, yeah. I think this manifesto was something new. I don't know if you recognize the guy at the beginning, someone from my team, that are actually playing cosplay. Then you got three players. Yeah. So you got professional players that have been treated the same way that you did with Messi and the players from FC Barcelona. Yeah. And most of them were like, wow, that's a really big set. It's an amazing production. Because they never had this kind of like approach from a brand.
So the campaign had really amazing views, and we posted the video on the 9th of August. We have reached more than 8 million views. And by the way, the good news is usually you know that they skip the ad at the 5th second, or like not more 10 seconds. They watched it until the 52 seconds, and the ad is just 55 seconds. So people loved it, and for us, it's a great success. If you want to ask me what is the KPI, this is one of the KPI that we would like to achieve with our campaign. When we talked about the potions, there were posts in here. Like I have put some of the actually comments directly from the campaign, from YouTube, from the people. So they wanted the potion recipe. There are like verbatims, like finally a perfect quality advertising. The first time I don't instantly skip an ad, or I wasn't sure about those vegetables kind of thing. So it's a kind of pleasure for us to see that people are now more inspired to eat healthily. So about the portions, so we have our portions, and we have actually come up with the recipes. It's purely natural ingredients, and we posted that on YouTube, and we had great excitement on that as well. Last but not least, the campaign visual. Kabosha is the man of vitality.
Yes.
So he's actually in our key visuals, just with our products, making himself a great juice or soup as well. Again, last but not least, we had great cooking shows, right? Alvan, we have worked on cooking shows. It was not a usual cooking show. In a cooking show, you have a chef, right? We didn't have a chef there.
We said no.
They said no, it wouldn't be real. I said, Alvan, how are they gonna cook? Those pro gamers need to cook their own recipes, and it should be a local favorite meal.
It was very important for us to find the balance between the purpose and the authenticity, and being meaningful, and being something that they could share personally. So we find this cooking class as an alibi to ask questions to players that were so distracted at cupping cucumbers that they forget all the media training from their teams and gave us more in terms of editorial value. So that was the beginning of the cooking class.
Yes, and all the pro gamers actually, they stated their favorite meal recipes, and we had our chef together. We have put it on the backstage so that they could cook their favorite meal in a more healthy way.
Yeah, so we have a famous story about a British breakfast that we had to adapt slightly to make it a bit more Beko.
Not Beko, let's say healthily. Okay, so let's watch our reel about this cooking episodes.
We're going to cook some mushroom risotto.
We're gonna cook cannelé.
Why polenta?
I checked many Romanian traditional dishes, and I feel like this one was the easiest one to make.
My paprika and then your paprika grew like diploid.
We're gonna have a very interesting job chip.
I should be the one asking you questions. You should be the one cooking.
Good leaders, they delegate.
You know we're gonna have to eat that, right?
I'm not eating this.
So were you gonna become a chef if you didn't become a pro player?
Maybe. Do you miss home?
I miss my family and I miss my friends.
If we look forward, where do you see yourself going with your gaming career?
Of course, I want to go world and I want to win world there.
After playing, I wanna try coaching for sure.
If I'm to think about long-term goals, would be to become one of the best journalists in Europe at some point.
If we put this bad, you can say it's bad.
I don't know how to eat it.
So we had 10 episodes like this. This is a quite small version. It's 10 minutes episodes. So I think they created a great excitement within the Riot Games as well.
Absolutely. I mean, we posted that at the end of the regular season, kind of like in between, like the moment where the teams get qualified for playoffs and the starting of the end of the season. And it was amazing. Like the feedback was like, give me more. Why is this player not doing a cooking class? We want him to do it next time. So we have a very, very good test. Viewership, views, engagement is a good, interesting ratio for us. But one thing is, like on Reddit, that was the #1 post on the homepage, which is a signal that not only people want to see it, they want to talk about it.
Yeah, and it was the first time that they have seen those pro gamers, cooking like this, talking like this. They are usually behind the screen and they are just playing, and you just see them talking to themselves. You don't see anything else. So it was great, I think, for the community as well to see pro gamers cooking with the casters without a chef. And genuinely, it was not easy at backstage.
And it was not always good.
No, I got that, by the way. But anyway, it was a genuine, personal, very personal show. At last, the finals 2 weeks ago, I guess, right? It was 7th of September.
Last week, yeah.
Last week.
Last weekend.
Yeah, we had there was the finals at Athens, and we have built a Beko corner, Eat Like a Pro corner in there to just again, show people how they can do these potions and to just a bit immerse our purpose to everyone.
But gamers are competitive.
Really?
So you did a challenge where they have to prepare the smoothie
yeah,
as fast
exactly.
as possible.
I forgot to mention that. Yes, there was a challenge in there. Yeah, I think we managed to create a great hype. I think that there were more than 300 people participating to the challenges.
I don't think you have this picture, but at the same time, last weekend in IFA, you had also the legend.
Exactly. Let me mention about that.
To be full circles.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm going to stop to play with the clicker. So actually, yes, at IFA, there was a big hype. We have built a League of Legends booth within Beko booth, and it was a totally another world. And we live stream actually for the first time the finals at IFA. It was a great hype. I couldn't put any picture from there, but there was people taking pictures with the cosplayers and watching the finals at IFA at our booth. So I think we did a great job.
Full circle.
Yeah, exactly. So what's next? We're gonna carry on our kitchen episode, cooking episode, because we think that we have found something really genuine in there. We're going to have a big digital activation that we haven't started yet, so it will be starting by the end of September, and we want this partnership to be global. So that will be a last slide of my presentation. Thank you for listening to us. Alban, is there anything you would like to add?
It's just the beginning.
Okay, it's just the beginning. Thank you.
I think we have time for a few questions, if there's any.
Hello. I would like to ask, this is clearly a global initiative already, or at least European, from what I understand. Do you also support it by some regional/local activities in the esports space, or this is your first venture and you're going to explore?
Do you want me to take it?
You can,
okay.
Of course.
So for the moment, it's just a partnership at European level with LEC. There's potential to go with the national leagues. There's potential to go with other continental leagues, and potential to go global with the global events. But we are still in discussion on that.
Yeah, it was a first attempt actually for us, and we wanted to see how we can build a great collaboration in Europe, where we are strong as well. And now we are in exploration stage for other regions.
Hi, Peter from Edmonk. At Edmonk, we are also trying to stress health as a topic in esports, so thank you for that. I also admire your courage to do such a things, with the Riot. And since this case study, can you share with us some results, numbers, or hint the budget, or something that you can share with us? Because it looks all good, but we know it costs a lot of money. But how does the Beko approach that? From what budgets you take it? You know, is it a brand budget or activation budget, or how it suits to your strategy?
So actually, it's in the marketing budget. I'm not allowed to, of course, pronunciate the partnership fee. But I think, so in terms of just from your budget point of view, it's within the marketing budget and it's considered as a sponsorship fee. And the activation budget is usually like 10 to 20% of the fee that we are paying. Yeah, so we do see great return on investment because we have reached 8 million and like half of them was organic. So it was great results for us. So it's just the beginning, as I said. Views. Yeah, views since 9th of August.
Is that the only thing you're tracking, or you track it in other ways?
Sorry?
Are you tracking it in other ways too, or just...
No, we are tracking the views. All this, we do social media listening to see the comments. And if is there anything we can take as a feedback or anything we can carry on. For example, the potions. Somebody asked about the potions recipe, and then we just posted the potion recipes on social media. I think there's a question at the back.
Thank you. I'm Frank from UNICEF, so big fan of the Eat Like a Pro campaign. Right. Just wondering from Beko's point of view, why you picked League of Legends versus other esports properties?
Seriously?
Okay, I can leave
That's why I asked
the
Beko.
word. I can leave the word to you.
All right.
Okay, from our perspective, is one of the lead. Actually, it's one of the best, and it's the biggest one. So we want to. We said, okay, if we're gonna make collaboration with a partner, it should be one of the lead. But then we have approached to them. We said, there is this perception of unhealthy eating, about esports. Even myself as a consumer, I would say, those people, how they are eating, how they are living, 8 hours in front of a screen, do really eat healthily? So it's a question mark. But when we approach them, so I can say, by the way, Alban, because I asked him this question. I said, do you want to really change this perception? Because we are about Eat Like a Pro, and we want to be courageous, because we want to do something right, and we know that we can change it, because we have great athletes in there. But if you want to make a partnership with us, we really believe that, if you have the same values with, as we have, so we can make a collaboration. So immediately what he said was, yes, of course, as a Riot Games, we want to change this perception. We have our athletes, we have our teams, and in our teams we have our nutritionists. So we want to destroy this perception, and actually we want to create, we want to change, trigger all these healthy eating habits in our community. So the first attempt was because there was one of the leading in esports, but then their approach and their values. So when you see common values, so you can really create that kind of partnership, and I think we can elaborate more on that. And anything you would like to add?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.